always wanted to do this. Even before I went to university, I always wanted to be an engineer. There was never any doubt in my mind that this is what I'd do, and I love it. This is a nuclear power plant for our area. I've been working here for nearly 20 years. And that's another thing that's hard to believe. Nuclear power. It was obvious to me, even when I was a student. Oh, it had to come. But it took ages to realise it. It was nearly too late. The oil, gas, coal, all getting more and more scarce. But then they started to build the new plants, thank God. And not just here in Scotland. They've all realised they need nuclear or renewables and biofuels. Here we use the nuclear for electricity. There are a few power stations running on clean gas, but it's mostly nuclear. And we use the biofuels for transport. Well, I say we, but I don't. I've got my bike. This is it. My fitness regime. It's 4 miles home, mostly downhill, thank God. I say that, but we should all be getting more exercise, really. There never seems to be time, though. We've got all these gadgets and things, but somehow they haven't made life less stressful. Quite the opposite, really. For instance, I'm not just an engineer at work. I have to be one at home too. We've had to be pretty imaginative with some of the things we've done to cope with all these changes. It's all a knock-on effect. Fuel costs more and more, so food prices keep going up. So I have to be more careful with the budget. I suppose that makes me an economist too. I wonder if Jack realises that. Probably not. No, what I mean really is that I have to make sure we use energy properly at home. I've done what I can. We're pretty efficient now. Trouble is, everything works off electricity, so I have to be on the ball all the time. But it's not just fridges and freezers, heating or air conditioning. It's everything. Remote sensors everywhere. Window openers, stock controllers, regulators. The house switches things off when demand at the power station is too high. It's funny thinking back. We used to run around switching lights off when we left the house. Now the house does it for us, which is fine, as long as it's not the screen when there's football on. Our environmental control systems are just about as sophisticated as the ones for Jack's chickens. And the recycling too. No, I'm not being funny. I mean, ever since the council started charging us to take the rubbish away, I've made sure we recycle everything we can. I reckon we're throwing away a good 2/3 less than we used to. Here, let me show you something. This is near where the old nuclear power station used to be. Decommissioned in 2014, I think. Maybe 15. Just switched it off. See what I mean about them not realising? Then, just 15 years later, they had to build this new one. 2031 that was. The actual old station site is out there. The sea level's risen so much, they had to build this further inland. If anybody still needs proof of what's going on, that's it. Just look at all the flood defences we've got all along the coast now. Okay then, enough of this. Time to get back and see what that Sally's up to.